Hi everyone, this is Sharon Brennan, Cottage Lane Stamper. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I'm coming to you with some ideas on how to use your DSP. If you're like me, you like to hoard it, and then months or years later you going, why did I hang on to that? I don't know. I still like it, but so this is something that you can do with 6 sheets of DSP. Choose it all from one packet so that they all coordinate, and we're going to make 14 cards from this 6 sheets. So besides the 6 sheets of DSP, you'll also need 7 pieces of coordinating cardstock. Now if you're ever not sure what coordinates with it, it'll tell you in the catalog, but also when you get your DSP, the back of the package will either have this white sheet or it'll be on the outside plastic piece, but it'll always tell you what colors are in there. So in this case I'm using Your Peach, and it's got Balmy Blue, Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Early Espresso, Mango Melody, Pale Papaya, Pear Pizzazz, Petal Pink, and Whisper White. So anyway, if you're new and you didn't know that, it's always a good thing to know. So I've cut my 6 pieces of DSP, and I love the colors in this one. They're absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to use, I like to say that one side is the A side, like an old 45 or LP, if you're old enough and you know what the heck I'm talking about. And the other side is like the B side. So, but I think one is always more of a focal point, and then the other one's kind of an accent one. So, or one that you can use for any card. Some are just like theme specific, and some are not. So, this one, I'm guessing I have. There's the B side on that one. So anyway, let's get started. First, we're going to and there is a this cutting guide that I'm going to post to my Facebook Live, and I'll also put it in on my blog. You can look in the downloads, the digital downloads, and it's called Pick 6 Wonder Cutting Guide, and it shows you how to cut your DSP. And there are directions for the 6 different designs, or 4 different designs, I'm sorry, and then also samples of the cards, so and what they look like. So we're going to get started first with cutting our cardstock. So select 7 coordinating sheets of cardstock. I have Pear Pizzazz, I have 1 Whisper White, I have 2 Balmy Blue, and 2 Calypso Coral. So I'm going to, cut that, my stamp pad. And what I like to do first is I like to score them. So we're going to, and these are all going to open like, I guess I heard someone say it was like a hamburger style or hot dog style. But we're going to score them at 4 1/4 first. And that's your gray cutting blade, and then cut them at 5 1/2. So if you score first, then you only have to score once on that sheet. So I'm going to do that really quick, and I'll speed up the video so that you don't have to watch me doing all this. There, now that we've got those all cut, we're going to set those aside so they're all ready. And did I miscut something? No, they're just stacked weird. Anyway, we're going to set those aside for now. Pretty much all you're going to need today, I should have mentioned this up front, is a stamp pad for your sentiments. I'm going to be using Old Olive and some ribbon, and I like this crinkled seam binding ribbon, so I'm going to use that. And your snips and a label punch and a stamp set. So now we are going to take our we're going to bring our instructions back in here, and you might need some dimensionals. That's totally up to you. It's optional. So what we're first going to do is we're going to cut our pieces after we decide if there's any directional pieces. So that one's definitely directional. This one is not so much. This one is not directional, but that is, so I'm going to put that one there. And this one is directional, so this will be at the top when I cut them. And this one is directional, kind of. I guess it's not really. It could go either way, I guess. And the little peaches on the back kind of are, so I'm going to put that one at the top. And this one definitely is directional. So the stripes obviously are going to go sideways on this one. So we're going to take those 6 pieces and we are going to cut from the left in 2.5 inches. So I'm going to do 3 at a time because I think my paper trimmer can handle that. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go in 2.5, and I'm not in the screen there. So 2.5. My table is not large enough, so we're going to set those aside, and then keeping our directional ones at the top. 2.5. Square those up again. Get these out of here for now. 2.5. Let's set those aside. Then we are going to cut down. We're going to cut 2.5. We're going to do design 1. So design 1 starts at the bottom in the corner. So we're going to cut these in 2.5 inch squares also. So let's see if I can do all 6 at the same time. 2.5. There, we got those cut. So keeping our directional pieces, let's just make sure we have them all going the right direction. There. Okay, now we're going to turn them to the left, and we're going to cut in a slit at 1 1/4. So 1 1/4 there, and let me see if I can. I'm going to actually and 1 1/4. So there's a little score mark on the side there, and right to 1 1/4. So those 3 are done. We'll set those aside. Now make sure we have our directional paper going the right way. To the top, 1 1/4. And I'm actually going to put my blade at 1 1/4. Right there, and go up, which is easier way to do it. So I'm going to take that out of here right now. So we have our 4 or 6 little pieces that are all cut. I have a slit cut in them at 1 1/4, so it's like halfway through. And we're going to match these up. Kind of pair them up. Whichever ones that you think look best. So I think I'm going to do, I'll do there and those. I think those look good. So I'm going to do them one at a time. I've got a little adhesive on my table here. Here's a little trick. If you have glue on your paper or your table, just take your embossing buddy or some flour or some baby powder and put it on top, and it'll get rid of the stickiness. Up, I got some there too. I don't want that on my cards. So now we're going to take these and slit them together like so. And kind of line them up there. And I'm going to use a little adhesive. So on the side with the slit, you're going to put adhesive in the opposite corner. So I'm going to lift this back here, put some here. Line these up. I like glue so I can slide things around a little bit. And this one it's moved on me. Oh well. So then with the glue in the opposite corners, we're going to fold this back, match that corner up, and I have misplaced my bone folder, so I'm going to use a block. Put that flat back, and then this one, so it exposes all four sides of that our beautiful DSP. So I'm going to glue this down, and there we have one. Now I'm going to do the other three, and I'll speed this up so you don't have to sit and watch. And there we have all three of our little squares. I think they're cute. I love this paper. I love the colors in it. Anyway, so then we're going to choose three of our DSPs, and I'm going to choose Calypso Coral, I think, and Balmy Blue, and Pear Pizzazz. So kind of just decide which ones look better on what. I think I like these two, and maybe these two is more of a contrast. So what we're going to do is fold our cardstock in half, a score line, and we're going to put some adhesive on the back of this. Got a little straight piece there. And we're going to put these at a diagonal. So I kind of like this piece at the top here. And then we're going to leave room for a sentiment. So there are all three of those cards, and we're going to set those aside and go on to the next ones. We'll add all of our sentiments and ribbon later. So we have those three. Now we're going to take this section here. This is Design 2, and it's called the Trio of Rectangles. And the directions, as I said, are on the back if you want to. And they're all color coordinated too. So we're going to, these are 2.5 by 3.5, and we're going to cut them in half at 3 3/4. So keeping our vertical perspectives. So we're going to bring our paper trimmer in, and I always cut from the bottom here. So I'm going to cut a couple of these at a time at 1 3/4. So keeping our perspectives Now, I wanted to just check the design here. So this is number 2, and we are going to put, there's going to be 3 cards, and we choose 3 pieces that go together well. So here's, I'm just going to lay them all out here. Those look kind of the same. Actually, what I'm going to do is, yeah, that's good. So then I'm going to flip these other ones over. So I have all of the sides exposed, or showing. So I don't know if you can see that. So all 12 sides of the 6 pieces of Designer Series paper are together. So I'm going to take a base, and I think I'm going to use Pear Pizzazz, and I'm just going to pick some colors that I think go well with this. So I think I'm going to go with that, and this one here. So that will be 1 card. I'm going to choose maybe I'll choose a Whisper White. I think, let's see, maybe I'll do this one and this one and this one, I think. So I'm going to do this one landscape. So now let's see, let's choose a balmy blue. So we'll have 4 cards from the selection. So I'm going to, well, maybe I'll do Calypso Coral. So we're going to do this, I think, and this one, and that leaves these 3. And I think I may just swap out this for balmy blue, put these on balmy blue, and put these on the white one. Let's see. This one's going to go this way. So, not sure if I think they're good. Yeah, that'll be good. So now what we're going to do is just kind of haphazardly attach these. We're not going to line them up in any particular order. We're just going to glue them down like that. So I'm going to do that, and then we'll be right back. So there we have all 4 of our cards, like this, and I guess I did them all. It doesn't matter. This one will have to go this way for sure, and this one will probably have to go this way for sure. I guess I'll do them all portrait. So we'll set those aside. We're just going to score them, and or burnish our score lines, I should say. There. So now we have 7 cards made. So, and a little bit more glue on our desk. So the next card 3 is this one, and so we're going to take this with our vertical at the top, or our pattern at the top, so they have the right perspective, And then we're going to cut 2 3/4 inches from the top, and then another 3/4 inches from the bottom. So two and 3/4. You can see that. 2 3/4. That'll get there, and then I'm going to just slide this over and cut off 3/4 of an inch from this bottom section, and then the right side will be set aside. So I'm going to do 2 at a time. Oh, that guy got stuck. So 2 3/4. I have a hard time picking things up. And 3/4 of an inch. And this 3/4 will be a belly band. And actually, these pieces all, this 3/4 and the bottom part all go there. So this bottom part here and these belly bands are design number 3. No wonder I was getting confused. Okay, so we're going to pick out pairs again, and whichever ones you like the best. I like that. I like this. And I like this one, I think. Okay, so now we're going to pick out cardstock for them. And then we're also going to do belly bands. So whichever side, I think I like that. And there's so many cute combinations here. Maybe that one. That's the same. I like that one, I think. And I want this one. I think that's a little bit more subtle. I think we're going to go with those. So now we're going to glue these down, and these will be square on the cards. So I like the brighter pattern on top. So this is my favorite pattern of all. So we're going to pick out backgrounds for these, or card bases. I'm going to go with the balmy blue here, and I think, sorry, I can't help myself, go matchy matchy. I'm going to do Calypso Coral for this one, and I think maybe I'll do, yeah, Pear Pizzazz there. So now we're going to glue these down. Set these aside. And these will be going whichever direction you want, actually. You could go this way or this way. So I think I have, well, these definitely have to go straight up and down. So and there we have those 3 cards. So I think they're adorable. We're going to set those aside, and we're going to do our last design. Now we are using, and we have these 3 left over, and I think we use these, let's See, so we're pairing these up for our last 3 cards and decide which ones you want to go together. Do these 2, I think, and these 2. I want to maybe switch this around. Okay, I think I'm going with those. So I have to decide which one. There's going to be a panel on the left or the right, depending on how you're going to do these. So we are going to, oh, these are used for another card, I think. One last card. That's not, yep. Actually, this is part of Design 3, and I'll come back to that, so I totally forgot about it. So we're going to glue one of these down on our cardstock, and I just want to make sure that I've got a good crease here. So this one is going to go here. That, and then we're going to take this one and fold it in half, and we're trying to do these without a lot of supplies, so that if you don't have a lot of supplies at home, you're not limited. So we're going to actually cut a heart freehand. There. So this heart, we're going to cut another heart out of the heart. Okay, there we go. Now that makes more sense. So this is getting glued down like this. And this is a card you might want to use dimensionals on. So I'm just going to take this and kind of put it like that. And I'm actually going to use some mini dimensionals for this heart. So, or I guess I'm going to use regular ones because it's a bigger piece. So we're going to put 1, 2, and 3. Stick my finger. And we're going to put this inside of this heart. So, there's that one. Now we're going to do the other 2. And there are those 3 cards. So I think they turned out really cute. I love this paper. I'm absolutely, I just ordered some more. And by the way, if you're watching this in July 2021, our paper sale is going on right now too. So you can order lots and lots of your favorite ones. There's select number, excuse me, you can find them on my blog, cottagelandestamper.blogs. Sorry. You can find them on my blog, cottagelandestamper.com. It shows you what papers are available, or on my Facebook group, Cottage Lane Stamper. So, they're on sale 15% off through July till August 2nd, I think. Anyway, we're going to do the one card that I forgot in Design 3. which is this one, and I guess we're going to be using this paper because it's got what we got left over. So what we're doing is actually taking these little pieces here that are 3/4 by, let's see, what was it, 2 3/4 by 3 1/2, and we're cutting them in half. So taking these 3 and cutting them at 1 3/4, I believe. 3 1/2, 1 3/4 would be half of that. So those 6 little pieces, and we're going to take these and we're going to put them on here. So you still got 6 pieces. You can choose your favorite ones. So I'm going to use, let's see, this one and maybe this one. And let's see, kind of break these up a little bit, maybe like that. Doo-doo-doo. And we'll put these like this. So I get this. These actually kind of almost go together here. So we're going to do that. So I'm going to put these down, and these will be kind of squared off. So let's see. We have this. There. So there we are, done with all of our cards. So I'll just kind of stack these up so you can see the 4 different designs, or 5 I should say. Well, I'm counting this as a design. It's actually 3, but so those are our 14 cards. I don't know if I can zoom out a little bit so you can see those. There. Now we're going to do the sentiments and the ribbon. So let's start with this lonely little one. And I'm going to take my Peaceful Moments and my Everyday Label Punch. So, and you're going to need one more piece of white cardstock for your labels, so for your sentiments. So I'm going to punch out 14 of those right now. So we have our 14 labels here, and I'm going to be using Happy Birthday, and let's see, I don't want to use Sympathy, Thank You, and I think there, Wishing You Every Happiness this special day will bring. I think those will all fit on my stamps. So we're going to put these on some blocks. Thank you. Well, we need a little bit bigger block here. And this will work for this one. And let's see if this works. There we go. So I think we're going to do Wishing You Every Happiness. We're going to do four of those, I think. So we'll set those aside. Now, I think we're going to add our ribbon and our labels. So take some of this. I'm going to kind of do a little take some tear and tape. Oops. I'm just going to put a little piece right down the middle here. And I like to do this with my ribbon because I can kind of go back and forth and it holds it in place. So there. We'll get our ribbon scissors out. And then we're going to do happy birthday on top of that. So we're going to use some dimensionals. There's that one. So now we'll move on to this pattern with the belly band. So we have 3 of those, so I'm going to do those as happy birthdays. And I think I'm going to do bows. So and now we'll do this pattern here. Excuse me. Design 3, and I think we're going to do wishing you happiness always. So, or happiness this day will bring. And I think I'm going to maybe take a little bit of ribbon and cut it and fold it in half. I am going to just attach it to the card, the little seal, like that, or not. Maybe I didn't get enough down there, but I'm going to put some seal on this and maybe along the edge there, and it'll hold it down There, I'm going to trim that off a little bit. Got a little bit much. I like this ribbon because it's so lightweight and it's so easy to work with. So we have that one. And so this is another one of my favorites. This is the Polka Dot Ribbon. Polka Dot Tool. Not Tweel, Tool. So we are going to, I think I might do the same thing. Let's see, what are we going to do? Thank you, thank you, thank you. We got 3 cards here. So maybe 3 thank yous. And the last design is going to be a mixture of all 3 sentiments. So anyway, I'm going to do some bows. So I'm going to tie those up and I'll be right back. So we have all of our ribbons done. And I think these are so cute. I'm just going to put, oh, I know there was a sentiment. Oh, let me see what I do with that. And there we are. Here are our cards. So we've got these 3. See those? If I do it like this, and maybe better. Those 3. And these 3. I have to say that one is my favorite. And these 4. And this is the one made from the leftovers from design number 3. And then we have these 3. Actually, I love them all, especially with this paper. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. So if you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my blog, cottagelandStamper.com, and my Facebook page, which is Cottage Lane Stamper and Friends. It's a group you have to join. It's a public group, but you do have to join it. And then also on my YouTube channel, Cottage Lane Stamper or Sharon Brennan. Search for either one of those. So I'll have this video on all 3 places. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Share it with your friends, your crafty friends. And take care. And may God bless you.